Hey everybody, Matt from Nerd Knights Painting on a quick tutorial on how to do ancient gold armor. We're going to be using this Kingdom Death miniature, and as you can see, we're going to turn into this ugly gray thing into this beautiful, rustic, authentic looking gold armor. We'll just jump right into it in 3 quick, easy steps. Alright, we're going to start off by using Retributor armor, center right that time. And as you can tell in the background, I use mostly Citadel paints because they're amazing, not because I'm paid by them. I wish I was. Alright, as you can see here, I'm using a wet palette that I had gotten off Amazon for relatively cheap. I always use a wet palette. There's very few circumstances that I do not use a wet palette. If you are thinning your paints correctly, as you can see here, by using a couple of droplets of water, and you can see the milky consistency of it, it helps out. Just make sure you always have that consistency before painting your miniature. Alright, as you can see here, I'm using the same brush that I had gotten the paint out of the pot with. Sometimes I'll do this because if I don't want to waste too much paint, because paint is expensive. It's way too expensive in my opinion. If you're watching, it's way too expensive. Citadel, talking to you. I just take it on and do 2 layers, and we're just put it on there nice and even. As you can see here, I'm just putting on each coat nice and even. Once the first coat is completely dry, then apply the second coat, and you're going to really see that gold pop, which we're going to tone down here in just a minute. Alright, now as you can see, I'm painting the feet and the front area. Now this technique is not model specific, just if you're doing ancient armor on any type of model. I use the Kingdom Death because these are very good miniatures and they're good to do examples on. So as you can see, I've covered all the gold areas around here and made sure that the both layers are on. Time to take a break. How slow can I be? How slow can I be? So slow, so slow. Man, I'm just getting old. Anyways, thumbs up. On with the video. Alright, here's the secret. 2 parts Agrax Earthshade, 1 part Nuln Oil, and 1 part Seraphim Sepia. I said that wrong, whatever. That orange in the sepia is really going to make it pop out. That's what's going to give it that ancient look. And as you can see here, I'm just mixing up the washes in a palette. Now there's no yellow paint in there, it's just dried up. I just like to reuse things. And I'm just mixing it up, and then we're going to put it right on. We're going to do 2 coats of wash on the miniature. Alright, I already put in 1 coat of wash on there. I'm going to be doing the second one now. Let the first coat completely dry before you put the second one on there. That's really going to make it look ancient. It's going to be old, rustic looking, and that's going to be what you want. So after those washes, you can really tell how dirty and old that armor looks. Alright, now we're going to use some Liberator Gold, and we're just going to use this sparingly to add some highlights to the raised and portions where the most sun is going to hit the model. And as you can see here, I'm getting the lips, nose, top part of the head, the top part of the armor, just the edges, and the little rivets or buttons that are on the armor. I'm going to be going around and just picking out little pieces that I think the sun would hit on and that reflection would hit on, just to make it stand out just a little bit. You want it to look ancient, but you also want it to pop just a little bit so you can see reflections, tone variance, and some contrast. And that's what's going to make it look old but new, if that makes any type of sense. It doesn't, but it does in my brain. That's all that matters. So just keep going around and start picking out top of the feet, anything that the sun would hit, anything on the top of the model specifically. Don't go into the shading portion where the shade is already put into the recesses, but areas around it just a little bit. In this case, less is going to be more. And as I'm finishing up the model, I'm just going around looking at places that I might have missed, or just might need just a little bit more brightness. And as you can see on that front part, the chain area, I just hit a little bit on each chain just to kind of give it just a little bit of brightness and really make those dark, deep, recessed areas really stand out. And as I'm continuing to finish up with the gold, I'm just going real light, Nothing too crazy, just real light and real easy. Alright, the last and final step is going to be just a quick edge highlight and certain spots being brushed up on with some Storm Host Silver. I said it right. Thank Jesus. Okay, I'm watered that down pretty well, and I'm just doing real light touches on the rivets, the top edge portion of the armor. I'm going to be doing the face just a little bit, and it's just barely hitting it. There's barely any paint on there. It's almost like a dry brush, but not really. I know, confusion again. And you're just picking out little spots here and there, and it's just going to add that contrast a little bit more, which is going to give us a really nice finish. But just again, less is more in this scenario. All right, here it is, our finished product, and it looks borderline amazing. I know I said 3. I lied. 4 quick, easy steps, and it looks amazing. And as you can see here in the back, it really, really stands out. This is quick, it's easy, it's effective, and that's what Nerd Knights painting strives for. We're not trying to be the best at sports, we're just trying to get it on the table, because that's all we care about. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. It absolutely means the world to me that you took time out of your busy day to watch this video. I do not take responsibility for however many women or men are trying to break down your door after painting this mini, because they're going to want you, because it looks so amazing. But I hope it happens, and if it does, please leave me a comment, because that would be absolutely amazing. If you got the gram, check me out at nerd.knights, and check out what we're doing. Always posting new stuff and trying to get new ideas on what to do with board gaming. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and as always, paint on.